Come on in, because it's Friday. Yes,
It is
it's a great
Friday. It is
day.
Fabulous
Because
Friday.
it's Friday. Fabulous, fun-filled Friday. I'm telling y'all, fearless, favored Friday. However you want to jump out the bed, whatever you want to grab, make sure it is a grab that you can take it through the whole day. Be
That you can
fearless.
take it through the whole day.
The
Angela,
whole
you
day.
said,
Matter of fact, take
don't
it through the
just
whole
come in
weekend.
here talking about it's Fabulous Friday, Faithful Friday. No, you got to pick that up, carry it, put it in the laundry basket, and I'm carrying this. Today, I'm carrying Fabulous Friday, Faithful
Look,
Friday,
all over me.
all
Look,
over.
fabulous all over me. Faithful all over me. Fearless all over
Over
me.
me.
Favored all over me. But let me tell y'all,
And free.
you know
Hold
what's
on,
going
hold on. And we free. And freedom. Freedom
on?
Friday.
Freedom
Hold on.
too.
We are
Baby, get you some
free.
freedom.
Because some people can't get to say that they free. And I'm not
Get
talking
you.
about in jail, in prison. I'm talking about mentally.
Yes,
Mentally being free, mentally
baby.
is a
It's
freedom
nothing like
free
it,
at
honey.
last.
Look, be free, have peace in your life. Get yourself together where you can be in a place where you can feel free to express yourself. Feel free to
Mm-hmm.
serve who you want to serve. Feel free to love who you want to love. We need to start
Yes.
embracing being free. But let me say, Miss Phyllis, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to all of our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube people who come in and view us all the time. We appreciate it. And I'm not going to waste a lot of time this morning because, baby, we on a mission to introduce you. Good morning, Miss Patricia. We're on a mission to introduce you to, honey, a brand new author. She's released her book. And when I tell y'all the title, y'all going to be like, oh, okay, what we talking about? What we talking about? The name of the book is The Other Side of Ugly. And our guest today is none other than Miss Christil Worsley. Oh, let's add it to the stage.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. How are you
How
all?
are you?
I'm good. I was in the back. Y'all talk about Freedom Friday. I'm like, come on, God, I'm free.
I'm free. I'm
Yes,
free. Thank God. At last, I'm free.
Yes.
free,
Come on,
free,
let's go.
free. Let's go. And you know what? I think, good morning, Miss Bertha. I think it's so right on point that we talk about being free and you have the clocks in your background because
Mm-hmm.
we talk about, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about freedom, time freedom is something that people don't really associate, you know what I'm saying, with being free. But when you're free to use your time how you want it,
How you want
it's
Mm.
a beautiful thing because people have, constraints on our time. It's like, you always got to feel like you got to rush and be somewhere. You got to rush through traffic, rush to beat the bell,
Even on
rush
your
to
free day.
on your free day.
even on your free day.
On your free day.
Even
Yes.
on your free day. But, to have time freedom is one of the things I think, is a great goal for 2026 to
Mm-hmm.
really understand that Your time is your time. Your time is precious. And
Yes.
every second, as you have in the background, every second spent with family, time spent with family is worth every second.
Yes, ma'am.
And let's put that in the forefront. Let's make that one of our things that we're going to start doing more. Spend time with family, spend time with people that you love.
Yes.
Because it's not promised to us. Good morning, Tina.
It's
No day is promised to us. Just as much as we say, I'm so grateful to wake up this morning, God, it might not be tomorrow. It might be our time up. We don't know. Maybe today could be our time up. You don't know. And so it means to be free is to embrace every second that we are here.
Every second. That is so, like, people don't think of it like when you process that. That's it. Because sometimes we're so quick that we don't process things.
Right. We just keep moving. We keep
because
moving.
we're in a hurry. Yeah, that's fine. You can take, yeah, that sounds good. And we check our boxes. But how many times do we really process what somebody said to us?
Right. How many times do you breathe in and say, God,
I thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Lord, I thank you.
Lord, I thank you.
We get out the bed and we just
your whole
think,
day, your whole flow.
yeah, we get out the bed and
God,
think it was something we did on our own instead of saying, God, I thank you for waking me up this morning. Because somebody didn't make it.
Because somebody did not make it.
But we'll be here forever because I need to get to this book.
Thank you. I was getting ready to say, so Christil, go ahead. First and foremost, I don't want to do your bio because you can read stuff about people, but at the same time, it doesn't tell you about somebody.
Okay.
I want you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then I want you to introduce your book.
Okay, I can do that. I am Christil Worsley. I am a mother. I have 3 adult children and 1 9-year-old. I have 6, 7, 8 grandkids. I am a teacher. I am a woman of God. I love God with everything that's in me. I am a survivor. I'm that girl. I'm not being, honestly, y'all, I like to laugh and joke, but I am not conceited, nor am I vain. But I know that the things that God has done in my life, if I can sit here and talk to y'all, then I survive. So that's why I say I'm a survivor. I may not, I have some health issues that God is delivering me from when he gets ready to. But when you say a breast cancer survivor or a cancer survivor, I'm not that, but I'm a survivor.
Amen.
Okay? And that's it. And my book, The Other Side of Ugly, speaks about me surviving. The ugly things that tried to take me out, but wasn't successful.
Come on, that part.
Yeah. It tried it. He tried it. The enemy tried it. But my pastor used to say he paints a pretty picture, but he used cheap paint. So he tried it.
Oh, that's good.
I'm just grateful. I am so grateful for this journey because it was, people used to say stuff like, because people that knew me knew my life, and they would say, girl, you've been through so much, you ought to write a book. They didn't know that they were putting it in the atmosphere. Now, when they said it 20 years ago or 15 years ago, they were trying to be funny. But I thank them. Because they pushed me. They pushed me. And so one of my coworkers last year, we were having a conversation at work, and she was just sharing some things. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm very open and I'm transparent. What I did, I did. What I said, I said. What I went through, I went through. And she was just talking, and she was kind of a little hesitant, like, well, I don't know if I should say this, or I don't know if I should tell this. I said, look at here, let me tell you something. It ain't much you could have done or doing that I haven't done.
Right.
And we just started talking, and she said, Miss Worsley, you ought to write a book. And that thing resonated with me that day. I came home. I put my books down. I put my bag down. I got myself together for the evening, and I laid on my bed and I prayed, and I said, God, if this is what you would have me to do, make it so that it's not hard, because I don't want to do nothing hard. I done lived a hard life. I don't want to have this process to be hard. And he started giving me how to do it. And then my friend Talisha, she said, I know this great editor and publisher. And I was like, and so she gave me the
No
great
one
Miss
in all that.
Angela, and it was on from there, baby. It was on from there. It was on from there.
From there.
Yes.
And you know what? I want to share something, because when we talk about the other side of ugly, on her, and I know y'all probably won't be able to see it well because of my background, but for her cover, Christil, you got the book up. But I want them to, that's the
Oh
cover.
yeah.
And
That's
so on the
beautiful.
other side of ugly, what she has on the left-hand side is low self-esteem, depression, anger, abandonment, abuse, and generational curses. On the right side, which is the other side of ugly, is healed, delivered, confident, loved, appreciated, chosen. That's the struggle, but that's the struggle that a lot of times we stay
That
in.
is so
Is being on the
beautiful.
other side of ugly, because we do have low self-esteem because somebody has spoken something into us and we believe the lie.
Mhm.
We allowed the cheap paint to make us think that, oh, this thing right here is true,
That
when
it
it
can't
wasn't.
come off. Like that
Mhm.
cheap paint gonna stay forever. We let it leave a permanent mark.
Right. Like a Sharpie.
Yes.
Exactly. Good morning,
It's
Rachel.
a pencil.
She said, like a shark.
Yes, it's a pencil.
It's a
It's a dry
pencil.
erase marker.
Because
Exactly.
what people don't realize,
You
when
can
you go to
erase it.
God, when you go to God and you repent, it never happened. It never erase.
It's no
I,
trace of
I,
it.
I don't even have to live in this no more. We live in that. We live in, oh, I can't even know who you are because you're too busy telling me everything you
You
used
used
to
to be.
be.
You used to do. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
That's why we're
And
new
people and
creation.
people and people will have you. They try to get you to remember things that God has erased, and
Mhm.
they'll say, "You remember that happened?" And sometimes I don't. I say,
And you
Mhm.
really
"I
don't.
don't."
And I don't.
You don't remember? You don't remember when such and
Mhm.
such happened? Mm-mm.
Uh-uh. I promise you,
And
I
people
don't. My
don't
friend be
understand that
laughing
kind
at
of
me
healing.
all the time because she's
Yeah,
like, remember? I'm like, girl, I don't. I promise you, I don't remember that stuff, girl. Once I
yeah.
done went through it and been through it, I'm not.
I'm out.
It's gone.
I'm out.
It's
Sorry.
that.
Because people don't recognize that kind of healing.
That's
Because
it.
people want to get halfway healed. It's where they halfway want to believe and halfway they want to hold on to the
Mm-hmm.
story. When
Mm-hmm.
you get freed and you free healed, it's like, what are you talking about? No, who went
Yes.
well?
Yes.
What? You don't remember nothing.
I'm done.
I put a clause in my book. I was sick last year, and I was in the hospital, and I was laying there, and I said, God, if you take care of the birds, you said you'll take care of me. But He told me, you got to do your part. And I told him when I was laying there, I said, you know what, God, I'm gonna heal for real this time. I'm gonna heal for
Yeah,
real this time.
And I
yeah.
love that you put that in the book. You
That's
said
awesome.
here for real this time, because a lot of times we play with our own selves. You will say that, oh girl, I'm over that. Oh girl, that don't bother me. And you know, one little thing that happened, you at the stoplight and hear a song, and you just, oh girl, look,
Yeah.
now if I see him today, I'm gonna run over more. You know what?
Right.
I don't even have nothing else to do. It's right there up under the surface, baby. Look, like that's why when
Yes.
this red light will take them out. You hear me? Because you've been hurt. But that
Right.
lets you know that if you're easily triggered, you are not
Healed.
healed. If something can take you back to low self-esteem, to depression, to
Mm-hmm.
anger, to feeling
Mm-hmm.
those feelings of abandonment, to
Mm-hmm.
dealing with those that abuse, if something can take you back that easy, then you
Mm-hmm.
haven't done the
You
work to
still
heal.
becoming. You still
We're
Exactly.
working
still,
on the
we're
healing
still
process.
becoming.
Rachel
Mm-hmm.
said we
I
must
think
break
that,
those chains that we have allowed our minds to be trapped, which
Yes.
entraps our growth. You got to break free and you got to
Yes.
do your part, period.
Yes.
yeah,
Got to do your part. You got to do
I
some
think,
work. Healing takes work.
It
yeah,
does.
healing takes work. And I was
Girl.
about to say, healing is a process,
Ooh,
because
it's
if
a
you've ever had to go through
process.
that process, you do have moments where you think you've made it,
We
but
haven't.
then you the Lord starts to reveal, I know you're not done yet. And healing is hard. Healing is hard. I think that's why a lot of people find it difficult and challenging to heal or to let go of. Sometimes we feel like we have a right to be angry. We give ourselves, we have a right not to like that person. We have a right not to forgive the person, if you only knew. But like you said, I love your cover because it's a visual of the other side. We hear that, but to see what one side looked like compared to the other side is inspiring. Because that is how we feel. Because we're brand new. Sparkle said it. We're brand new. God has made us new. When I'm new, my past doesn't matter to me. When I'm new, whatever happened doesn't matter. I can talk about it, but it's not a test anymore. It's a testimony. And that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
But when we talk about healing is hard, but not getting healed is harder. Like, which heart are you gonna choose?
Right.
You have a choice. Which heart? Because I'm telling you, when you're not getting healed, not doing the work, that will mess up every day of your life. It will come to kill, steal, and destroy every second of your life. Yes. Because you chose the different heart. Which heart you gonna choose, girl? Right. I'm gonna choose this healing every single time because I'd rather go through this and still have his arms wrapped all around me and with me and cover me versus over here being by myself. I'm too scared for that. By myself all the time. I need some protection.
All the time. And Christil, I love that you were so transparent, because the reality is sometimes people just give you a little something, because they're embarrassed or because they, feel like, I don't want everybody up in my business. But you didn't hold back.
I did.
You shared parts of your life that people would be like judgmental and say, oh, really? Oh, well. But you didn't hold back, because the reality is you can't heal from what you don't reveal. So when you put it out there, now nobody has to stick. My friend used to say, don't give, grandma used to say, don't give anybody a stick to whoop you behind with. Put yourself out there so when, yes, but don't let anybody whoop you behind with anything. Be the first to say, I said it, I did it, you're right, and
you're right.
Because what can happen after that?
Exactly.
You can't go and do a tell-all on me if I tell myself.
That part. Yeah. That part. And I love telling my own story.
Blackmail me. You can't keep me hostage. You can't have me over here. You can't keep baby in the corner because baby mouth is closed. No, baby gonna talk, and then baby gonna get on the floor and dance and do her thing.
Yeah. Baby gonna celebrate.
Baby gonna celebrate. Exactly.
Yes. And because people add their own portion to the story. Now you telling my story, but you have added your addition. Just ask me and let me tell you my whole story. Instead of Angela adding Angela part on there. Look, girl, I did a lot, but I ain't do that.
I ain't do that.
Thank you. That's it. Y'all did too much. I ain't do all that now. I
didn't do all that. You done put your stuff in what I did. You ain't do that.
I sound like that man on Law and Order last night I was watching. They said, you did this, and you did this. He said, no, all of those I did, but that one I didn't do.
That was somebody else. Kelly said, I agree. I used to tell my past with anger in my heart. Now my past is a testimony, and I can share how God brought me through it. Proud is not the word I am looking for, but so glad that God loves me enough to bring me through those rough times.
Come on. Yes.
Come on. On the other side of it, baby. Place you want to be in. That I'm so grateful, God. Grateful that you wake me up in the morning, but grateful that you brought me through some things. Because bottom line, we have to go through some things, and we don't know why. You don't know why God gives you certain things. You don't know why God lets this person leave you or gives you this disease to deal with. You don't know why you have to deal with this abandonment. You don't know why. But in the process, it has created you for who you are right now. And if you use it correctly, it can make you become an even better person.
Yes.
So the
Use it
reality is,
correctly.
we got to stop hating everything so much to the point that I don't want to ever get out of bed. I don't even want to go around the people. I don't even want to stop. Live
Holding
your
you
life
hostage.
because your life is to be lived.
Right. And what we go through is not just for us. It's for us to be able to, when we get on the other side of it, look at here. This is what I did.
Yeah.
This is what I did. It might not, now what you do and how you do it might be different, but the concept is still the same.
It's still the same.
You have to have faith. You have to have a higher being. That's what I said in my book. I'm not pushing religion on anybody. I'm just telling you what worked for me.
What
I don't
me.
care who you
Yep.
serve.
Amen.
I'm giving you
What your
a
higher
little
being may
cheat
be.
note, a little cliff note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't, whatever it is, but I know what works for me. And so I had to run to what was working for me. I ran away for so long and he was right there. So then I had to go back to him and say, listen, what I'm doing, Daddy, ain't working. I need you to help me get here. Because when I get here, I know that I can help somebody, but I can't help somebody broken right now.
Nope.
I can't help somebody depressed and wondering why my mama left and wondering why I had to go through this and wondering why I did it. I can't help anybody now. So I had to heal for real to help somebody.
And that's what
'Cause
Cynthia
it's
said. You
always
can't help or bless anybody if you can't tell what has happened and shame the devil.
Come on.
Shame the
And
devil.
shame that
He can't hold none of my
right. It's I know it feels good to me when I can recognize the devil, when I can so this is what you want to do today.
Yeah.
Today you want to try to mess with me.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to bring up this. But did you remember when you got kicked out?
Yeah,
like,
come
since
on.
you over here, since we're going down memory lane, and you want to talk about me.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Remember that. With your good talking self. Remember
Yes,
that.
let's
Get
bring
back into heaven.
Come
Come
on.
on.
Since we going by memory lane. Did you remember we?
Run into that boy.
Yes, you have no access to him now. I do.
Yes, and since you don't have no access, you think you gonna come up here and get some from me?
Well,
Or if you go somewhere and
playing.
sit there, because you know we love a good argument.
Yeah.
And I love to God, because we don't get to check people like we want to check them. But you get to check the devil, and it's okay. It's okay. That's one check you get to check, and you don't got to be like, God, I shouldn't have said that.
No, he won't. He be like, get him.
Release it and go. Get it.
Get him. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I had to look at those storms and ask myself, where was God within that storm? When I do that, it really starts the healing process. I do that every day when something rough happens. Then I see God in the situation and I can just move on from that storm and look forward to the next storm.
That's right.
And it's such a beautiful, powerful place to be when you can shift your perspective. Because the reality is, for most people, you can't, what they say, you can't see the forest for the trees. You're so caught up with every minute detail that you don't even know there's an opening through the forest for you to get to the other side.
It's an opening.
If I'm looking at every tree, every fallen leaf, every animal in the jungle, and I'm scared and terrified of lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, it's got me all jacked up. But at the same time, God is saying, baby, I got you. All I need you to do is trust me.
I got you.
That's it.
I want to ask Christil. Christil, what chapter was your most difficult to write, and what chapter was your favorite?
The chapter in the book where I talked about continuously losing babies, because I've had several miscarriages, and that was one of the hardest chapters, because I had to relive. I felt like I was reliving that pain of getting pregnant, being happy about being pregnant, but also being scared about being pregnant. And then, I get to 3 months, 4 months, and my body looked at the baby as a foreign object. And so it will automatically just expel itself. expel the baby. And so that right there was one of the hardest chapters, because it was like I just relived that pain. I relived that leaving the hospital without a baby. I relived asking God why. I knew people that didn't want a baby, and they were popping babies out like popcorn. And here I am wanting a baby, knowing that feeling as if I could be the best mother that I could be, or a good mother, because I didn't have my mother. So I knew that I had all this love bottled up inside of me, and not to be able to bring a baby home 5 or 6 times. And I just felt like I was just inadequate. But he made it so. I have a 30-year-old, I have a 29-year-old,
and a 9-year-old.
And a 9-year-old.
Yeah, I had to throw that in there. I don't know what you was thinking.
Let's talk
well, God will give you
what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for.
And his timing is his timing.
Yeah. So that was one of the hardest chapters. My most favorite was talking about being a messed up minister. The struggle.
Come on, say that again.
Being a messed up minister.
Been there.
The struggles of knowing that you love God with everything it's in you, but you have all of these other things that you love as well. And not being, and battling. Okay, I find this person attractive, but I want to serve God with all that's in me.
And
I'm just saying.
No. That's a real thing. Far too many of us don't like to admit that part of the journey when we're ministers, when we're called to lead, because that comes with it. Because you love the Lord, you want to serve Him with your whole heart, and you're still human, and your flesh keeps getting in the way.
Yes,
so,
flesh is torn.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to pray and say, Lord, sit me down. My pastor said, it's on you. No, it ain't on me this morning. Nope. No, it's on you. I want you to preach. And I said, Lord, I'm not in any position to get behind that pulpit. And don't you know, the Lord, my pastor got up, Father minister got up, he started saying, he got ready to say in this morning, and he looked at me and he said, I'm so sorry, but I know you were supposed to get a word today, but the Lord just called the audible, and I'm going to take over. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you, Lord. Because I did not want to do that. I love Him that much.
Right.
I didn't want to stand there and know that I was not in a position to come for His people fully. So I love that. I love that. I have never heard any other minister admit that they've had to walk that walk. The messed up minister. That's a good one.
That is. That's so, but that's freedom. That's that real freedom that you're talking about. You talking about that. That's that healing that you're talking about. That's that accepting that happened, but accepting that God still loves me.
He still loves me.
Accepting that God still sees me. He still calls me. Even in my mess up.
I'm still chosen.
Still calls me.
Can't get unchosen. Can't get unchosen.
No.
Can't get unselected. This ain't like the world where they can vote you out.
Come
God
on.
said, we don't do votes around here.
Come on.
Votes, y'all votes don't matter, because how many people, if you would have went to them, some people would have set you down.
Right.
Let me set you down until you can get right. Get right. Get right. What's get right?
We all trying to get right.
What's get right?
Right. We all trying to get right.
We all fall short. So exactly.
Right.
What are you saying?
Get right. Like how we get right? Because honey, every day, every hour, every moment.
It's a struggle. And you know what, Christil? I think a lot of people feel like when they see you on the other side, like, oh, you're so successful, and oh, we just popped up and happened out of nowhere. But it takes time. That's a journey. It wasn't an
It's a
overnight
journey.
thing that happened. It's the continuous process. And even when you think you've made it, you still got work to do.
Still got work.
Still got work to do.
Still got work to do.
That's my prayer.
I thought we just finished that one.
Yeah, that's my
Now
prayer.
we got another part. That's why I believe Angela and God is connected, because you can never turn nothing into her, and it's the end. She like, okay, yeah, you did that one.
Right,
now
right.
I need you.
Right.
Can we celebrate for a day?
You want to cookie? Okay.
I was like, oh, read my article. Didn't I do good? Didn't I? Yeah, but now I need you to
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna need you to go back and get yeah, we're not done. We just getting started.
But that's the evidence of God.
Yes.
And when you connected to the
Connection.
right people.
Yes.
When it's a divine connection,
Yes.
because when God connects people, he connects them to your heart. This is part of your heart and your soul. He don't just connect them to your body. And that's what so many people are stuck on. We have people that's just connected to who we are. They're not connected to what's in us.
Right. They're not our soul ties.
No. But we talk about soul ties in a bad sense.
In a bad way.
Soul ties that is in some very great sense. We don't talk about that though. We only talk about
we always think of soul ties as negative. Whenever somebody says, oh, you gotta break all these bodies and you gotta break those soul ties, but we never really ever focus on the fact that there are some people that God has placed in your life that would change the whole trajectory of where you're going. And in and of itself is a whole different level. That's the other side of, that's not the ugly side of a soul tie.
Right.
That's the beautiful part.
That's the beautiful part.
That's the beautiful thing of it. That ugly. What Reverend Pat called it earlier this week, those Elizabeths are connected to your inner. They see it before you see it. You can't tell me that ain't no connection with God. How you seeing this about me before I see it about myself?
Right.
Exactly.
You
but you know,
to my
the average
soul.
person walks around never understanding, never realizing the true greatness is inside of you. Because y'all know my favorite poem is by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate, it's that we are great beyond measure. So when you tap into that, when you fully allow yourself to embrace the fact that, baby, I'm made in his likeness and image. What you mean? What do you mean? If I'm here to be a reflection of the glory of God, what do you mean? If that really sunk in for us to understand that, baby, when I say I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, is that
you
got? We can get it into our soul for real. We would be so. Like Jesus said, I'll leave that you can do greater works. But if I don't believe that, if I think that I can't really heal myself or heal somebody else, I can't really speak a word to change somebody. When you doubt, you put yourself on the wrong side of. You put yourself on the other side, the ugly side.
Yeah, and doubt cancels out anything. Doubt cancels out everything.
It's just like word, but
you know, you told yourself, I can't do it.
Yeah. It's just like that word I can't not stand. Sure. Don't sure me. Either you sure yes or no.
Yes.
I mean, sure is to me, it's like a doubt. Like you doubting whether you can or you can't. If you can't, don't. Don't sure me. Don't SURE. Don't sure me.
I was ready to text it to you. Sure.
I asked you a question and you're sure. I just like,
now you done told me something. Now look what you want me to do, girl. Sure.
Oh, that's petty.
and she's petty like that.
Baby, I'm gonna do it to her, girl.
She petty like that. But I know we have to go, but thank you for your obedience. Thank you for your willingness to put yourself out there, because it's you can't pull that because you didn't put it in black and white. Like
Yes.
you can't be like, oh, I changed my mind. I
Right,
changed my mind.
right,
I'm
right,
a delete the post. I'm a delete.
right,
Like
right. It's out there,
Like
baby.
Crystal,
It's out there.
it's out
They
there,
already
like,
child.
saw it.
like Sparkle said, it's out there, and you put a lot of transparent moments out there. What has been the response from people who know you, from family and friends? What has been their response?
Um, I have been. It's just been overwhelming. One of my cousins, um, he bought the book as soon as. I mean, he said he read it in a day, and he said that he did not. A lot of things I put in perspective for him, but he said the one that made most sense was how we as Christians still struggle and with either being homosexual or have had homosexual or lesbian experiences. And he's saying it's never he's never heard it the way that he read it in the book. So he said it was an eye opener for him to understand that we might struggle with some, but God never stopped loving. Never stopped loving.
Never.
Nothing can
Never get
separate
who
you from the
and
love.
he might not
No.
be happy.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You
And I
know,
think
An
once you realize
embarrassment.
that, that
Yes.
is something so
That's the
powerful
only
that
thing.
nothing, the word says,
Nothing.
nothing can separate me
Nothing.
from the
It's
love of
nothing that
God.
I can't do. Ooh.
Nothing. Do you know
nothing.
how powerful that is? But that's what I tell my children. There's nothing that you can do that's going to make me not love you.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can make me
Anything.
mad.
Don't
You
be
can make me
afraid.
real mad.
You
But
can,
I ain't
because
gonna do
you
it.
You're
know
going to make me
better.
want to choke
Like,
the mess out of
Yeah, I
you.
want to chop
And
your throat. Yeah.
you
I'm
look,
still
you
going to
might
love
say,
you.
get out of my face for a moment. Because
I
I
know,
can't
right?
even look at you right
You
now.
better boy, you better go ahead.
But I
But
still love you. It's
But I
still.
still love you.
but it's so like you can be so mad at your child and you hear you hear their mama and that mama don't sound like the regular mama. Here
You on.
you come
You
like,
gone.
no, that's my child voice. What is
Mine's like, look, what's wrong? Look, oh, mama coming to
you
the rescue.
forgot? I'm
Quick,
mad at
fast, in
you.
a hurry.
And that's how
I don't
God
care what we
does.
talk
He
about.
hears our voice. We call
That
him
that's how God does.
and he hears that tone. Oh, my baby needs me. Let me go see about it. I don't care what she
Yeah.
did last night. I don't care what he did a few minutes ago. They need me, and I'm going to see about it.
And I'm going to see about my baby.
Mhm.
So get out of my way. I don't got
Yeah.
time. I don't got time to handle that one right now. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Hold that thought.
Oh, I know those
To be
angels in
empowered,
heaven be like,
to be empowered is really understanding the essence of God.
Yes.
Because when you
the
understand what the
shalom
essence
of
of
God.
God is, it allows you to be empowered in every area because you know that when I know that I got somebody who got my back, it makes me free. It
Yes.
makes me free to
Yes.
do what I want to do or say what I'm going to say or stand up in my power. It makes me understand that if I know that God loves me the way that he loves me, how dare I not be the best version of myself?
That's it.
I owe that to him because
Yeah.
he loves me like he loves me.
Yep.
Because he
I
loves me like
Yes.
Crystal, we know, girl, you got to get to them children, but
I ain't worried about them kids yet, girl. I'm having me a good time.
she said I'll get to it when I get to it.
Hello. They can put a sub in there as
Give me
far
that
as
password when I get there.
hello.
But I have to say thank you so much because transparency is not for the weak.
It's
That
not.
that ain't for a weak moment.
It's
Because you now when people look at you, they know that you don't even know me, but you know me. Like
yeah.
you don't even
Yeah.
you don't even know
Right,
me, but
right,
you know me.
right.
Yeah.
Crystal,
But
if
the
you had
beautiful
something to
side,
say
the
to
beautiful
somebody,
part of your healing was you're not sitting in it no more. You're not ashamed of it. You're not embarrassed by it. You ain't holding it, letting it be like, oh, when you see people out on the street that's doing stuff that you do, you like, bless them. I want to go hug them. I want to go caress them. Now it touches you in a different kind of way.
Right.
So thank you so much for the other side of ugly.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christil, if you had something, whatever it is, that you would like to say to somebody that may have been going through some things and don't know how to get to the other side, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, you have to talk. Keeping stuff in makes you sick. Hiding stuff makes you sick. I remember times when my dad would call me and he would say, "Hey, boo, how you doing?" I said, "I'm good, Dad." And I would perk up. I could be just gone through something really hard, and I would perk up like I had to wear this mask. And then it just started affecting me, my mental. I became a liar. I became an actor.
Mm.
And what I would tell somebody is always find that one person that you can talk to, you can release to. You don't have to tell all your business to everybody, but find one person and start reading the word. Start reading the scriptures, because that's what carried me through. They didn't take me through all the time, but when I poured out and I said, "God, I need you, because I can't nobody else help me. And I don't know how to help myself." And I just started reading the
Amen.
scriptures. I started singing and I started writing. And
Amen.
Amen.
I just had to pull on it. I had to know that I was somebody. I had to know that I was worthy. I had to know that God still loved me, even in that pain, even in that ugly stuff. He still loved me. He was not going to let me fall. He was not going to let me stay there.
He was not gonna let me fall, and he was not gonna let me stay there.
Stay there. No.
He was not gonna, like, just breathe that in. Breathe
That's
in.
right, sis. That's all right.
Yeah,
That's
Tina
all right.
said you are only as sick as your secrets.
Yes. And secrets, we know what secrets has done.
Yeah.
Secrets have destroyed families. Secrets have destroyed relationships. Secrets, keeping those secrets has damaged us so hard,
Yes.
because
In ways
everybody
that you
keeps
would never
secrets.
even
Don't
know.
tell nobody. Don't tell
Yes.
nobody.
What goes
Don't
on in
tell.
this house stays in this house. All
Yes.
of that
Yep.
secrecy sits in places that you never even know. Like you say, it's times where something will happen, like you say, and you'll feel the urge to cry because things have been buried so deep. And you
Yep.
put one thing on top of the next, one thing on top of the next, one thing on top of the next, because the fear is, if you see me, you may not love me. If you see me, you may leave me. If
Mm-hmm.
you see me, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to risk that. So I put on the I'm fine mask. I'm good
Mm-hmm.
mask.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored mask.
Yes.
Yeah.
We put
That's the
the
good
mask
one right there.
on
That
because
one right
we
there.
want to be accepted by the people in our lives. Nobody wants to be ostracized. You think about the woman with the issue of blood.
Do you, do you
Biblically speaking, she had to stay away from people. She couldn't be around. She couldn't be around the folks. She had to be somewhere
Around anybody.
separated because of her
yes.
condition. Who wants
Yeah.
to
And
do
we
that?
know what bleeding nonstop. Like, we know how it is when you bleeding like that. Like bleeding.
It's one thing to say I'm bleeding for 5 to 7 days, and then go through the little period and now I can get back into society and be around people. But when
But
it's
she couldn't.
bleed, that means
It's not.
I'm never able to interact. That
Her
means
social
I am
skills was done. Her social skills, she ain't had none. Because she had nobody to
None.
socialize
And
with.
and you talk about sitting in your feelings, sitting in your condition. Boy, she sat in that blood every day of her life, just sitting there like, I can't go nowhere.
Nobody to talk to.
thank you. It's
Because
just
you
like
know
the mess
us.
that we go through. But
Yep.
again, she pressed her way and said, you know what? I'm not, the devil is alive. You're not going to keep me out here and I can't love and I can't embrace and I can't talk. I can't enjoy my life. No, I'm going to press
I'm
and touch the hem
impressed.
of his garment.
Right.
I'm going
I'm
to
getting to
do the
that
work.
him.
I'm hurting. I'm going to do the work and I'm going to keep going until I get what I need, which is to be healed.
Mm-hmm.
To
That's
be.
the message. keep going till you get to the other side of ugly.
That's it. That's it.
Keep
Don't stop.
going
Stay
till you
going.
get to that other side of ugly.
Because guy gave me a visual. He works with me in visuals. And so I saw myself walking across this bridge. And when I began the bridge, I was busted. I mean, emotionally, physically, I was busted. And then as I walked across the bridge, I walked out of depression. I walked out of abandonment. I walked out of these negatives, and I walked to the other side of it. And then I was looking on water, and as I was looking, I was just thinking, okay, there's healing in the water. There was deliverance and happiness. He gave it to me, and that's how I did it. And I did a video, and I put it on Facebook, and I was like, okay, this was for me. This was for me. But I thank you all for the opportunity. I do. I really
Absolutely.
And I knew we wasn't going to do this in 30 minutes.
I know, right? But I'm getting ready to say we got to get her up out of here. But y'all go to Amazon. The link is on the screen, but it's also in the comments. Click it and go and read so that you can get to the other side. We all
this
have
is a good seed to sow. You need to sow this seed. This is if you have been facing any kind of ugly, let me tell you what this seed will do to your life.
Oh, bless your heart.
Sow this seed into your ugly.
Sow it into your ugly.
So it into your ugly.
Watch that ugly. You know, like a cake. You know, the best cake is the ugliest cake.
Yeah,
that's the best.
That's the best cake.
Ever.
The ones that busted up, baby, you just like and taste it. You like,
yes, you might be an ugly cake, but sow this seed into this ugly cake, and watch this ugly cake rise up, stand tall. Icing becomes beautifully blossomed, so you can take this ugly image and put it through an AI, and they will take every blemish. But this is the seed. Like I'm telling you, you have to put this seed into your ugly, so your ugly will understand its assignment. And that assignment, ugly, is you behind me now. You're not a part of my life anymore. You don't exist. So ugly, here you go. You had a great time. You enjoyed yourself. I know you did. You acted a donkey, but your donkey days are over.
Done.
So I'm going to sow this seed in my done. Like I'm telling y'all, get it? Because if you're done, if you sick and tired of being 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 ugly,
do something about it.
Do somebody. So this seed. Get this seed.
Okay. Go buy the book.
That's all.
There you go.
There you go. I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. We'll see you back on Tuesday. Reverend Pat's coming right behind us. Okay. Have a blessed one. Happy weekend.
Thanks, Christil.